welcome to Grimba TV. Again in English about the Forward FN digital night vision front detachment device. After my visit in Lithuania, which was quite impressive, as you could see in the video I posted about that, Pulsar was so kind to provide this Forward FN device to me so that I could get an impression in a bit more long-term practice. And in this video I want to show you what's in the box if you get it, and give you an overview about the functionality and quality. I'll show you a little bit of footage from the field. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to unpack this. It's typical card box packaging. And there is a big bag inside. I suppose that's where the device is in. There is a manual, and there is an extra box which contains material. I think I'm going to change the perspective for you guys so that you can better see what I actually have here. Wait a second. Okay, so here we go again. The first things we find is a main charger, a micro USB cable, a battery charger which takes the battery that comes with the device. We have some caps to seal the place where the battery goes in, basically to protect the contacts, I suppose. And this is something where, you put it where the infrared illuminator attaches to the device to protect that contact as well. We got the quick start guide, and then we have this nice little bag here, and in the bag we find the device itself. There is a protection cap here. This is where the monocular is attached. It's 5 times monocular magnification, and it's important that when you connect it, that these symbols are up here, and you connect it in this way, otherwise the picture that you'll see through the monocular will not be centered. Here's the battery. We find that here there's a little switch where we can take it off, and you see that would perfectly fit into the charger here, which you have to open to insert the battery. Well, you have to watch out that the contacts are aligned. That's something that I just missed. And then you lock it, and you see that there's still power in the battery. So you see this blinking here, and you could then connect it to the USB cable back here, the micro USB, and then with the main charger charge up your battery. But this one is charged, so no need to do that. We get that back on the device here. As I said, contacts need to be aligned. It's pretty easy. You lock it, and then okay, this is the infrared illuminator, which you can take off. It's a pretty robust switch here that you just pull up. Then you can take it off, and you see that it does not only have the connection for the original Pulsar infrared illuminator, but it also has a Picatinny mount. So if you choose to use any aftermarket infrared illuminator, you're free to do that. You got this protection and this protection for the contacts. This is for the contact on the device, and this over here is for protecting the contacts of the infrared illuminator. You just put it up here and then lock the switch, and then it's protected, no problem. But now we're gonna put it back on the device. It's very easy. Here in the monocular you can adjust sharpness for the monocular. This is a protection cap for the objective here, and the sharpness of the device you're supposed to adjust here. That's a bit unusual if you're used to, say, analog night vision devices, but that's of course due to the fact that this is actually a front attachment for your scope, something that I'm not allowed to use in Germany yet. We're hoping for a change in legislation, but until now it's not legal to use it as a front attachment, so I got it with the monocular and use it for observation. You have the controls here. You can see the buttons. So here is where you turn it on, and if I press this, let's see whether I can adjust this to the lens, and that's difficult, but it's very, very quick to, oh yeah, you saw a little symbol there, and you can see that, yeah, it's already there. It's difficult to show, but I record video, so you can see some footage how it works. But it starts up very, very fast, which is kind of nice. Otherwise, navigation is pretty similar to what you know from other Pulsar devices. Yeah. Here, as I said, is the menu I showed you already. I think now one can see pretty good. And what you're going to see when I show you in the footage is that the menu is actually quite similar to what you know from other Pulsar products. So you turn it on here, and as you saw, that goes very, very fast, or as you will see, this goes very, very fast. And if you just shortly push it when it's on, it goes into sleeping mode, so you can save battery. And then here you get different functions, a record function to switch between video and photo function, and so on and so forth. You're going to see in that little part which I put into the video where I'm going to introduce the menu. Yeah. Other than that, the device seems very, very robust. I've used it a couple of times in the field. It was very, very hard this time to find game to film it. What you're going to see in the footage is that I mostly could observe game which was quite far away, at the minimum 70 to 80 meters, which is quite a distance, but it's no problem to recognize the animals with this device, and especially with the 5x magnification, that was pretty good. What's also important is that this device is compatible with the Stream Vision app from Pulsar, which makes it quite comfortable to make adjustments and to record videos and take photos. So it has a Bluetooth or a Wi-Fi function, and it works perfectly well with the Stream Vision app, which is also very nice. Okay. Okay, I want to explain to you the navigation buttons here a little bit in more detail. So here, this is the turn on, turn off switch and go to sleep switch to save battery. That's pretty easy, we know that. So if you now push the button with the square in the bottom, you turn on the menu, and by pushing on the right button, you move down the menu to the right, and if you push the left button, you move up the menu or to the left. You can choose several adjustments here from icon brightness, or you can turn on the Wi-Fi settings or have general settings. And then if you push the little menu button in the middle again, you choose that particular menu point, and you can choose English or date and time, and you can basically scroll through the menu. It's very intuitive if you're in that menu. You use the left and the right buttons to move up and down, and the button in the bottom to choose a particular menu point. So here, English, for example. There are several settings apart from language. You have different languages. You can choose according to your preferences. And again, with a button in the bottom with a square on top of it, you make a selection, and with the arrows to the left and to the right, you choose the menu point that you're interested to change. So for example, one thing which I appreciated a lot was the menu for icon brightness adjustment, which basically means that according to light conditions you can also turn down the menu so that it doesn't blind your eye. It's a very intuitive operating menu, and what's also important is the sunlight function. If you press the left arrow for a longer time, you can turn on and turn off sunlight, which increases the sensitivity of the sensor. You can see that here. The last important function of the menu that I think is important is about videos and photos. You do that with the right arrow. If you press it long enough, you choose between camera and video camera, and if you press it shortly, you start video recording. Let's have a quick look at what else is in the back. We have a little strap for your neck so that you can carry it comfortably, which is kind of nice as well. Happy to deliver that. So if you want to carry it around your neck instead of using this nice little bag, which, you know, makes a good impression, you can attach it to your belt, or you can just hang it around your neck as well. Yeah, but as I said, this is the device that you find. It's quite beefy, but it also seems to be very robust. Taking it apart again, if you're in the lucky situation to be allowed to use it as a front attachment, you just basically turn it a little bit to the right. You can take off the monocular, and then you can either put the protection cap on or an adapter, which allows you to mount it to your scope and use it as a front attachment on a rifle. Here is the connection for the mini USB cable, which allows you either to connect it to your device, to your computer, and download pictures that you take with it. But you can also connect a power bank, for example, to extend battery life, because if you use the infrared illuminator, that really wears down on the battery, so that reduces battery life dramatically. If you don't use that, battery life will be much longer. You turn on the infrared illuminator here in the back. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's where you can see the bottom. So I think that is quite easy and intuitive to adjust, and you see in the display, you're going to see that in the footage that I'm going to put in, you can see how strong the illuminator is. You get 3 levels from weak to medium to strong, and there is another function, the sunlight function, which increases the sensitivity of the sensor which is in there. So that allows you to not be forced to use extra infrared illumination in rather bad light conditions. So this was the first review and unpacking of the Pulsar FN455. I hope you liked it. If you do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. That helps the channel to get good products, so I can show you new stuff and test and play around with, and give you an honest feedback about how things work in practice. I'd be very happy if you come back and join the channel and comment and give advice in the comment section below. That would be really good. So thanks for watching, and in the future you're going to see a comparison of the FN455 with an analog night vision device to get an impression of what digital can versus analog night vision technology. Thanks, looking forward to see you again. Bye bye.